Hi Aries, and welcome to your April 2020 General Tarot Forecast. This is Sky here to talk optimistically about some of the beautiful energies coming into your energy, into your sign. You guys are shining brightly. I think there's some hard work here. I think that there is some old things that you're trying to maybe come past or move through, but I feel you to be an extremely capable sign right now. I love to see the Magician coming up in your reading. I actually quite like to see the Queen of Wands, the Hanged Man reversed, King of Swords. I think that you are shining so brightly. This is your time of the year, Aries. Happy Aries season. You guys are shining like no other this month, and I hope that you are feeling okay with some of the really big changes that we have seen collectively, in our society, with having to stay in more, having to perhaps quarantine or keep away from other people. You are typically, Aries, a very social sign, and you like to be out of the house. You're very outdoorsy. So this time may be a little bit grating in that way. But what I really like about it for you, Aries, is I like that you can maybe make a bigger, better plan here. Again, we are in double one energy. Your sign, Aries, is representative of the number one. The rat year in the Chinese system, which is the whole year, is representative of the number one. So you have two really strong new beginnings that you can access here and now. And perhaps this time of social distancing and this time of sort of coming back to yourself is a great time to understand what that looks like and what that could entail for you. Okay, so I'm going to talk about what I feel to be difficult coming up first, Aries, so that we can get straight into the great things. There's insecurity that's going to come up for you in the month of April. Two of Swords and Ten of Wands, the Hanged Man reversed, Seven of Pentacles. You're not quite into the new wave yet, okay? And again, this time of social distancing or this time of pulling back is really showing you all of the cards. It's really showing you all of the aspects of yourself. And it's like I can see Aries there kind of looking through, okay, this path, this thing that I'm devoted to, this thing that I'm, pursuing. None of it is really making me feel secure. It's almost like some of it's festered or some of it is too old. And what I feel the universe is telling you is just trust yourself and do what's right for you. Stop trying to conform so much to the expectations of other people. It's almost like conformities to the expectations of other people for Aries is the first stepping stone in how you create a path in your life. And I feel that this time of April 2020 is coming in for an Aries to say, okay, that's not the first stepping stone. That's not the first step in a path. It's what other people want to see from me, or the types of, content or the content of my life, the creative capacity that I have as a person does not start with what other people want. It's not about demographics. It's not about what's being popular in the people around me, what other people are doing that is being loved or admired. That's not what it's about for an Aries. There are some other signs that can kind of capitalize on a trend or on a fad and make the best of that. But Aries is the trend setter, not the trend follower. I want you guys to really wrap your head around this, Aries, because this is maybe the best gift for your time of the year, is to step into the archetype of the pioneer, to step into the archetype of the trend setter instead of the trend follower, okay? You are a cardinal fire sign. You don't follow anybody. And especially during the time of the year where you've got, or a time of the millennia where you have a double one energy, rat year, Aries season. It happens once every 12 years. I'm being a bit hyperbolic there. But maybe this time of the millennia for you, Aries, how great to start a new trend or to do something that you haven't seen before, to capitalize on that creative zest of energy, because you are going to have a lot of internal energy. Very pent up. I do feel Aries to be very pent up, especially with drawing more and maybe not getting out as much. So it might be really good, depending on your situation, to go hiking if you can maybe avoid people, or to at least be running on the treadmill in the house, or to be doing morning yoga if you don't have exercise equipment, like do 100 push-ups or 100 crunches every day, or some new strenuous yoga exercise routine, running, something like that, just to show yourself how much energy there truly is there, just to feel your own heartbeat, because it's like the heartbeat for Aries is so strong right now. You might want to watch out for high blood pressure. You might want to watch out for really stimulating yourself or upping the ante on things that are already super, super powerful. You can really overpower things this season, and by around Gemini time, so moving into late May and early June, you could see something weird happens. I just got to put that out there for you guys. Once Saturn goes retrograde and we get into later Gemini season, Aries can have a weird type of progression between now and then if they're not really clear on like their own heart. Okay, so am I really attached as an Aries to what other people do, or to the trends that other people set, or to the things that are popular done by other people? You are not a mimic, Aries. You are not a mimic. You are a one. You are a starter. Okay, you're a pioneer. Penultimate pioneer archetype, Aries, Mars energy. Okay, so I just really want to challenge you guys to start at the beginning with something. Okay, start strong. Don't be discouraged if you're not getting the huge payday here, or if you're not getting the huge engagement here that you wanted, because that can almost not be timely right now. There's something about a huge reward for Aries at this time. It's not that it's impossible, it depends on what else is in your chart, but that can even not be the best timing for it right now. So be okay if you feel a sense of lack, or if you feel a sense of like, okay, I'm not getting strong enough, because that's just there for you to like feel the motivation, the catalyst to start over and pioneer something. Okay, and on that note, Aries, let's jump into your week-to-week spread. I will have an extended reading for you on Patreon, as well as there are weekly tea chats, benevolence messages. I've got a lot of extra content that's just exclusive to Patreon. So if you would like to support this channel or get more messages, you can click the link below and jump over to Patreon for that extended. But week number 1, Aries, you have the Four of Cups reversed, rooted down by King of Swords. So I think that you are really thinking about something deeply during that time. And you're also seeing that that's not bringing you much. Maybe actually for the last year, you've been really in your head about things, or you've been really... even if other people can't tell. So this is almost like something that's just shared with yourself. Like, even it might be surprising to know that nobody around you really realizes that you are really in your head about something, or really, thinking something through that is already so done. And here in the first week of April, you're going to get an answer. King of Swords represents an answer, or a conclusion to something. And it's just, it's upright, it's correct. So you really want to see that the first week of April is finishing a cycle of insecurities, or finishing a cycle of questions that you've had inside. Maybe about your direction, or your brand, or your projection as a person. Maybe that can finally start to solidify just a little bit there. Okay, and there is a message with Four of Cups reversed that you don't want to stay too far in your head. You want to start getting this energy out, because this is Aries season. This is when we get the energy out. We get that old pain out. We get that old frustration out, so that there's room for other, actually nice things to come in, right? Second week, Aries, Two of Swords rooted down by 10 of Wands. Hard work, okay? Sometimes it's really hard to take the blindfold off and see things so clearly. Once we channel things, once we channel frustration, or we channel old pain out, there's a lot of empty space to look at. And I think that this second week of April is such a great time to maybe rearrange your house, or to rearrange some of the really solid fixtures in your life. A great time to work hard, and a great time to, again, get in shape, or to exercise, or to channel energy outward. There might be something that you feel guarded about, though. Two of Swords is about feeling guarded, or feeling like you can't quite be vulnerable with someone. So I would really like to emphasize, Aries, how important it is that you feel safe and secure with the people around you. You're in a vulnerable, youthful, energetic stage, so you don't really want a lot of vultures or leeches or people who are not right for you around. You want to really be near the people who have your best interests at heart, and it's like so clearly who that is. Also, it might just be such a great time to spend more time alone. And it's almost like you have to. Again, Aries is not such a solitary sign, but and you already seen in the fourth week, Four of Cups reversed, like what too much solitude can bring. But it's like the second week comes and there's like, okay, I just need to open up to what this is giving to me. So open up in the second week and don't be afraid to move things around or change things around. Again, I sense you're holding on to a lot in the second week, and some of it has to be put here, put there, released, held on to. It's basically a time of discernment, okay? Week number 3, you have the Hanged Man reversed, rooted down by Queen of Wands. I don't mind that at all. So third week, we're getting towards Taurus season, and it's almost like it's taken the entirety of your season just to realize, like, okay, I can totally still develop my creative talent or my creative ability while being still, or while being attached to what other people are having to do. So it could definitely be that the social distancing or quarantine lasts at least until then. So it's fascinating to see how a season that is all about getting out, getting connected to people, Aries season, how that reacts to being forced back within. It's not great. It is a duality. It is a paradox. It is polarizing to have a quarantine during Aries season. And it does collectively accentuate the chaos energy that is just prevalent in our world right now. We are in a major time of duality. So it's like, yeah, just because Aries season is so vibrant and so good for connecting with other people, we're going to be forced to stay inside. That is just the condition of humanity right now. So it's interesting, my point being, to see how you actually adapt to that, and to see how you can still bring that Aries excitement, into your home. So what are some creative ways to do this? Because Queen of Wands is about creative evolution and is about thriving through creative solutions to perhaps a difficult problem. So, why not start a YouTube channel, Aries? Why not, finally start releasing some of that music that you've been working on? Or why not finally start some type of like a group chat, or something that is connecting you to people and getting creatively innovating outside of the current bounds is a good thing for you here. Week number 4, Aries, you have the Magician rooted down by 7 of Pentacles. I love this, okay? This is what I've been wanting to get to for you guys throughout this whole reading. The first 3 weeks, we're dealing with some frustration because Aries is a very extroverted sign during this time of the year, and we're not really able to be as extroverted as we would like to be. But the 4th week comes and you are rewarded, okay? You are given something. You are either rewarded or you're awoke. You're waking up to the resources at your disposal, seeing that you have everything that you need to get past some of these old insecurities that you had. So Aries, just love this because it's like you might have saved a lot of money, or you might have saved a lot of time, or saved a lot of resources throughout this time of the quarantine, and now there's a capitalization for you. It's like now you have either monetary capital or energetic capital to do something that you wanted for so long, and it's like without the withdrawal or without having to pull within, that capital wouldn't exist, and you would just keep going in a sort of monotonous, perhaps somewhat, excitable way of life that you've done 1,000 times by now, but it wouldn't quite give you the same opportunity that it gives now. So Aries, to conclude the reading, try to move through the month of April with the understanding that this is about saving up and creatively adapting to still be able to thrive as an Aries during a time of solitude. Okay, great to save money this month for you guys if you can. Again, some people are having difficulties financially, definitely. Perhaps not having a job, or perhaps having to settle for a bit less. And then also some people are making a lot more than they did before. It's all, again, duality. So if you are making more now, really try to set that aside. And if you're making less, try to take your energy back. Maybe you're making less money, but also you're not spending 12 hours a day or 70 hours a week at the job either. So it's like there's a lot of energy to get back and a lot of conclusions to draw about what maybe your energy is even better for. So anyway, Aries, thank you guys so much for being here. I love your season. Thank you guys so much for your likes, comments, and subscribes. Be sure to thumbs up this video so it gets out there. And let's jump over to Patreon now for your extended reading. You should be able to click the center of your screen or the link below in the description box, and we will get straight into it. Thank you guys so much, Aries. We'll be talking soon. Much love. Bye-bye.